Starting lineups just announced. We're just about set for basketball. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome to 2K Sports. What could be better than kicking back on a Sunday afternoon watching the NBA? Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. So a look at our starters for Orlando. The Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the 3, Mo in the middle. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Banchero in at the 4. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Ben Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Buddy Hield. And it's Fultz in at the point. Well, Grant, these two teams just faced off. It's the second game of this mini-series.
Yeah, I mean, we first saw a lot of these back in the 21-22 season, and they were added in a way to reduce travel. You know, I like them. They give you a playoff feel with the game-to-game adjustments that I love.
To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Easy pickings for Wagner there, just to reach up and attack the rack like that. That's simple.
Here's Simmons, and he can't jam it through. And the Magic pushing it up now. Open shot, Banchero. The rebound by Simmons. Outside Fultz. Back to Simmons. And stolen by Suggs. And here they come. Here's Caldwell Pope. Finished off the break.
KCP is a guy who can pull up from 3 just as easily as take it to the cup. He's a tough cover in transition.
Simmons against Caldwell Pope, and it's Simmons missing. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
Here's Fultz. Rebounded by Suggs. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Wagner. Claxton with the block. Caldwell Pope against Simmons. And the bucket is good.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
And the call is going to be, yes, on an illegal screen.
First personal foul.
The best thieves in the league, the steals leaders over the last month. Jalen Suggs, 3rd.
His defensive focus has been superb these last few games, continuously finding ways to strip ball handlers and upset the offense.
And it's Simmons missing.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And Banchero gets it to go.
I mean, 6'10", about 250, Banchero imposing his will inside.
Simmons, the pass to Hield. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Magic have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Suggs. The shot misses. Oh, nice D from Fultz. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Timeout called, the Magic. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Orlando making a switch here. Carter, he's checked in for Wagner. Matisse comes in for Paolo Banchero. Cole Anthony, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Black subbed in for Suggs. Black passes to Anthony. Outside Carter. Here's Matisse. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Orlando shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. The Nets with a lead. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And Claxton gets the bucket.
Yeah, the question was Shepherd. Can he facilitate enough? And that's a good sign for the rookie.
The Magic shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. Wagner outside. For three, Anthony connects from downtown.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Shepherd. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Black. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Orlando. Black. Shooting 2.
So he gets them both. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's stolen. Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
Anthony going up top. Don't let his size fool you, folks. Cole's got some hops.
And here's Shepherd for three. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Good.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Inside, here's Hield. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hield's got 8.
And I like whenever Hield attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
Anthony, rejected by Claxton. And he recovers it. Orlando shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
That one's no good. Outside, Williams gets it off. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Orlando ahead. They lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Magic?
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
They've got Buddy Hield. Ben Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Markelle Fultz. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. The turnaround. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 7. Next game against the Bulls at United Center. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Fultz finds Hield. Simmons with it. Out to the right wing. Pass to Hield. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
And Suggs, here we go. Yes, it's good. Suggs has got his first bucket in this one.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Let's have a look at the early favorites to compete in this year's three-point contest. Many of the top shooters in the league.
Most of these guys are going to collect a ton of votes. And if this is who makes the final cut, then it's going to be a year to remember.
You look at Hield, he's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing. And it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Gotta take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you.
This is where Simmons likes to shoot from. Now, we know he doesn't have great range, so the closer to the rim he is, the better.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Here's Banchero. The ball's knocked loose. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Banchero. Paolo Banchero flushing it home.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
Shepard. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And I love Shepard's focus here. He doesn't let the foul distract him from his shot.
Cole Anthony, he's checked in for Orlando. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Black, and right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Six to shoot. Good D by Sharp.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Pass to Shepard. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Here's Clowney. Here's Williams. Here's Clowney, defended by Wagner. Clowney, good. Clowney's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
Now here's Wagner, guarded closely. Pass to Batase. From outside the arc. And another three for Orlando.
Wagner with the right back at you answer on the three. Pretty impressive right there.
And here's Shepard for three. Orlando with the rebound. Wagner's got 6 rebounds in the game. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Count that one. And now it's a 10-point Magic lead.
Hey, he's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
To the middle. Here's Clowney. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
And so it's the Orlando Magic closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Back after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Yes,
It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. And in one stretch there, they were up by 6. Checking out the Magic. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
They've come out determined to push the pace. Up-tempo offense, getting the ball up court as quickly as possible. Advantage in transition points has been the main difference.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
What I'd like to see them do is push the action a little bit. We talk about getting your points within the flow, but sometimes you got to go outside, up the flow, force it a little bit, take some tough shot, draw some contact, and manufacture points.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. One of the stories here, Cole Anthony. Man, is he getting it done today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. The Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the 3, Mo in the middle. And it's Ben Carroll in at the 4 slot. Orlando leading by 5. Now here's Suggs. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Hield. Here he goes. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Orlando has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Pass to Wagner. Clark, we know how great Wagner is offensively. He's a plus defender as well.
You know what? I think he takes great pride in being a versatile, high-level defender. I mean, he focuses on that and gives great effort there. Offense comes relatively easy. He's got a great skill set, good size and mobility. But the defense is where he's really focused on excelling, and he's doing it.
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Hield for 3. No luck on that one. Magic shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. Oh, Ben Carroll throws it down.
In transition, Ben Carroll already knows to turn on the Jets. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense to catch up on him at all.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Brad, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Magic. They've led by as many as 11. Wagner on the wing. Puts it up from 12. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. The 2K leaderboard with some of the hottest players in the league. The top small forward scorers during the last month of play. Franz Wagner 3rd.
And these are some of the most dangerous players in the league. Just capable of getting hot and taking over a game in the blink of an eye.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
That'll be a 5-second call. And the upcoming schedule for the Brooklyn Nets. On Monday, They'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago, going up against the Bulls. And then on Wednesday, they head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
And that game against Milwaukee, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. There's the three. Brooklyn pulls it in. Fultz passes to Simmons. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Banchero. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Brooklyn making some changes. Clowney, he's checked in for Claxton. And Williams is subbed in for Heel. And here's Suggs. 6 points for him. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Off target from three-point range.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Here's Simmons, and he lays it up and in. Simmons has got 7 now in this quarter.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Orlando calls timeout.
You know, he could see his squad was losing momentum, losing steam. Smart timeout to let them catch their breath and reset.
Here we go, fans. It's time for T-shirts.
For Brooklyn, Sharp comes in for Simmons, and it's Whitehead in for Thibault. The Magic making a switch here. Orlando with the ball. 3-point lead. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You know, when Carter Jr. is hitting this, it opens up everything else. Love seeing him get going from there.
Williams on the wing. The offensive rebound. Sharp finds Williams. Outside Fultz. Back to Williams. Offline with a 3. Magic leading by 6. Anthony in the post. Guarded by Sharp. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And Anthony has no off switch, which I like. He's adept at attacking defenses and drawing fouls.
Anthony, shooting 2.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the strike. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Down low. And stolen by Anthony. In transition, the Magic on the run. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Wendell Carter.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort. Who knows? But that's something that needs to change.
The Magic making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Nets trail by 7. 1:07 left in the third. Outside, Williams. Here's Whitehead. He buries it from 3. Whitehead's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. They've led by as many as 11. Anthony with a bucket.
Kept moving and found an opening. Staying active, Anthony grinding for that bucket in tight.
Fultz passes to Sharp. It's picked off. Fast break, here we go. Here's Wagner. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
And that one's good. Clowney's got 7.
Well, I tell you what, Fultz does a nice job with the pocket passes, threading the needle out of the pick and roll. That's a tough cover when you're on defense.
Orlando leading by 6. Here's Black. He's got 6. Out to Anthony. Takes the three. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Williams. Williams on the wing. Puts up a 3. Clowney. Great positioning on the putback. Now just a 4-point Magic lead.
Just an absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. Orlando ahead, up 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Nets trail by 4. We've got Ben Simmons. Buddy Hield is out there with Shepard. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Thybulle in at the 3 slot. So that's the Nets 5. Black passes to Wagner. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Black. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Suggs with it. Wagner outside. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Simmons. Tipped.
Wagner, so good with his hands, but he's a smart defender, too. Positioned himself well to come away with that block.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Wagner's got 6 in the quarter.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. Coach told them to adjust on defense, saying they're calling it tight right now. We can keep the same effort, but less reaching in and all that. Don't let them beat us at the line. Send it back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Wagner. Wagner outside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Suggs. That one's good for 2. And the Magic lead by 10.
That's the thing about Suggs, a footballer in high school. He gives you physicality in the backcourt.
Pass to Claxton. And here's Hield. Here's Shepard over Suggs. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Suggs. Now here's Caldwell Pope. It's blocked. Here's Shepard. He's covered by Suggs. Simmons, the pass to Hield. Nice D from Wagner.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Banchero against Simmons.
Fourth quarter.
Banchero outside. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
To the inside, Simmons. It's good.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Banchero outside. Down low. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And a miss there on the triple.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Hield from outside. Orlando with the rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And here's Wagner. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Back to Wagner. Here's Banchero. The Magic need to put one up here. Just 2 to shoot. And it's Wagner missing. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Hield on the wing. 4-3. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Clowney comes in for Ben Simmons. Whitehead, he's checked in for Thibault. And Williams is subbed in for Hield. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Bataze's checked in for Wagner. Wendell Carter comes in for Wagner. Cole Anthony, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Black subbed in for Suggs. They get the rebound. Sharp. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Orlando with the ball. 9-point game. Here's Black. Knocks it loose. So it's Orlando picking up the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.